gives me a feeling unlike any other. The feeling of renewal, newness, and fresh things all around you. I've been self-isolating now for almost 40 days. I haven't left the house, but I thought today with the beautiful weather it was a good day to go for a walk in the park, safely taking the proper precautions, of course. This would be the perfect spot, I thought, to film my Q&A. As you can see, I am in the park. I put on my Instagram stories last night that I would be filming a Q&A video today, and I thought what better place to do it than to come to the park. I have been cooped up in my apartment for so long. I haven't left. Gosh, it's been like 2 months that I've just been inside my apartment, and I thought I really needed fresh air. I heard that it is safe to come to the park just to make sure that you are distanced and wearing a mask. I am like 20 feet away from like anyone right now, I promise. I wore a mask the whole walk here, and I stayed like, 6 feet away and just was very, very careful. But yeah, so let's just do the Q&A. So the first question is so sweet. It's from Celia in the city, and she said, "How is your day going?" My day's actually pretty good. It's much better now that I've actually put in some makeup on, put on a pretty dress, came to the park. There's a helicopter flying over. Yeah, so I think that it just feels really great to feel like a human again. Go outside, wear makeup, get fresh air, and it's actually a really beautiful day out today. It's like in the 60s and sunny, so that is really nice, so thank you. I hope that your day is going very well too. The next question is from Tori O'Brien, and she asks, how did you move to NYC? Savings, tips, etc. So I really love this question. So for me, I actually, right after I graduated college, a lot of my friends that I went to college with actually were from the New York City area, whether it was they actually lived in New York or right outside of New York, so New Jersey, Connecticut, Long Island, that sort of like the tri-state area. And I knew that I wanted to live there, and it actually felt pretty comfortable because a lot of, like I said, a lot of the people that I went to college with lived here, so I wasn't moving to a city where I would be completely alone and I didn't know anyone. So I think that that was kind of helpful. In terms of savings, I didn't move to New York with a lot of savings. I definitely didn't. I can't even remember like what specifically was in my bank account when I came here, but it definitely was not much. I didn't move here until I had a job here. So when I was applying to jobs and I was interviewing, what I would actually do is, one of my best friends at the time, right after graduating, her family lived in New Jersey, and so anytime I had an interview, her family would let me come down and stay the night with them. So that was nice, not having to figure out or pay for a hotel and that sort of thing. I could just kind of stay with her family, which, like, looking back, and even like I know at the time that just like was so incredibly helpful, and I'm like so grateful to them for opening up their house to me like that. My first job here was actually an internship, and if you are coming right out of college, or if you're in college or just starting out in your career, you might need to do an internship, and obviously you can't afford to live in the city on an intern salary, so actually that friend that I was staying with for interviews, her family actually let me live with them for the few months of my internship, and my parents just paid them a little bit of money, and again, just like friends, I think just was really helpful to have in moving to the city. The next thing is when I actually got my first full-time job, what did I do? Yeah, I actually got the job before I moved to the city. So when I did, one of my friends also said that her brother had an open room in his apartment, which was actually in Newark, New Jersey. Fun fact. And so I lived there for a little bit until I could save up a little bit more money, and I moved to Brooklyn. But yeah, I would just kind of say in general, it's sort of just, you have to push that extra mile. For me, when I was trying to move to New York, I lived in New Hampshire, and I was trying really hard to get a job. So if someone even said like, hey, you want to get coffee with me tomorrow? Like, you know, someone who worked at a company or someone who worked in a position that I admired. And even if it was just like, you know, 20-30 minute coffee, or even one time someone actually asked me to come down and meet them, and it was 8 minutes that we talked. I drove all the way down, 6 hours, stayed at my friend's house, and then drove back the next day. So I mean, you know, that sounds crazy. Like, who would do that? Who would drive 12 hours for only, you know, an 8-minute meeting? But when you really want something like that, you kind of just have to push that, like, that extra mile, and you just like really kind of have to go for it. And that's really what I did. So yeah, if you're looking to move to New York, you definitely don't have to have, I wouldn't say move here before you find a job. And actually, what's great about right now is that, you know, kind of a blessing in what's going on with everything is with the coronavirus and everything happening, everyone's working from home. So all of the interviews are happening over video chat or over Zoom or Google Hangouts or Skype or whatever. So that actually could be to your advantage. So definitely, I would say find a job here first before you move to the city, unless you want to like completely blow through your savings. The next question is also from Tori O'Brien. Thank you so much. And she said, your future dream job. My future dream job. Well, I mean, if I could have any job, like, you know, all of the factors aside of like, you know, the technical aspects of it, I would definitely be well, I always said that I wanted to be a travel writer, but I think nowadays I would want to be more of like a travel videographer and create videos just traveling the world and experiencing other cultures and other countries. Definitely something more in the creative, either writing or videography side. That would be my dream job. Obviously right now I'm not working in anything that's even close to that. But that's kind of what I had to do to move to New York. Was for a long time after I graduated, I think I gave it like 6 months to almost a year trying to find something in writing or in creative, but I just couldn't find anything that paid enough or that even would hire me, because I felt like the jobs were just so competitive. So I kind of started out in sales, because that's what was hiring, and then I moved into more marketing, and then now I'm going to be doing more accounts marketing. So yeah, I mean, sometimes you have to give up a little bit or settle a little bit, but it's to live in a city that you've always dreamed to, or to, you know, it doesn't, you're not going to get like your perfect vision is what I'm trying to say. Okay, another one from Tori O'Brien. Thank you so much, girl. You're so sweet for submitting all these questions. She said, first thing you'll do when lockdown is over. Okay, I have put so much thought into this. I just miss people. So, I mean, obviously the first thing that I want to do is definitely to see my boyfriend, because I have not seen him for so long. He lives in Manhattan and I live in Brooklyn. And he also has 2 other roommates, so it just isn't like safe. If it was just him, then I would like definitely probably go see him, but since he has 2 roommates, I don't know, it's like 3 chances of possibly catching it. I don't know. So first thing, seeing my boyfriend. Second thing I want to do after this is over is definitely go to a hair salon, because I get my hair highlighted and my roots are growing out like crazy. Oh my gosh, I want to do all the girly things. I want to see my boyfriend, then I want to see my hairstylist, I want to get my nails done. I just want to like go shopping in Soho. My mind keeps going back to that. Like, I love just like, you know, a beautiful Saturday or Sunday morning, just like walking around like kind of side streets in Soho and shopping. That's like my favorite thing to do in the city. And the next question is from Tally Filma. Asks, how is going to be the start of your new job in like your home office? By the way, congrats on that. Thank you. Yeah, so I am very excited about that. Definitely nervous. It's definitely going to be different, I think, starting a new job from home. Because usually when you think of like, oh, your first day at a new job, you physically go in on your first day and it's like you get your new desk and like everything. I mean, I think for me, yeah, it is just going to be different. I've heard that they have like virtual happy hours, so I'll definitely join those to try to get to know people better. Yeah, I'd say that it probably is going to be a little bit more challenging, just like getting to know the people that I work with, just given that, like, you know, you're not actually seeing them in person. And I'm really curious if like my perception of them will change from like just knowing them from being online to then when I eventually meet them in person. I don't know, it's definitely going to be different and really interesting, but that's definitely something I'm going to document on my channel and let you guys know kind of what happens with all of that. Teresa Snap says, I love your page, thank you. Jessica Shore says, who is your favorite cousin? She's my cousin. You are, Jessica, of course. Brightest Brunette, who is actually Nicolette, she's my friend here on YouTube. Hey girl. She asked me, hobbies besides blogging and YouTube, a fun fact about you and goals you have. Alright, so in terms of hobbies outside of YouTube and blogging, I definitely love dance because I grew up doing dance. I was a dancer for 18 years. I was also a gymnast and a cheerleader for a little bit, but the one that I miss the most is definitely by far dance. I've been looking for a dance studio that I could join or just incorporate dance back into my life outside of work, whether it's, you know, after work, on nights, or maybe, you know, a little bit during the weekends. I don't know if I really like, it's hard, you know, just like time-wise to dedicate to that. But what else do I love? I love writing. I love cooking. I've been learning a lot more to cook. I love baking, just like making cookies or banana bread or anything like that. So I love trying new recipes. As you guys probably know if you follow me on Instagram, I love trying out new recipes. And then two hobbies that I really kind of want to learn are how to speak a new language. So I would love to learn either like Italian or French and to like brush up my Spanish a little bit. And I also want to learn how to sew. I'd love to like get a sewing machine and like make my own clothes. I just think that that would be really cool. Okay, she also asked a fun fact about you. Okay, what's a fun fact? I guess a fun fact about me is that I've never tried a burger, like a hamburger or a cheeseburger, just like any type of burger. I've had a chicken burger, but not like a regular, like typical like burger that you think of when you've had a burger. And no, I'm not like a vegetarian or a vegan, although I do try to eat like vegetarian and vegan most of the time, you know, when I can, but I'm not like restrictive at all. I definitely do still eat meat sometimes and dairy. I just never tried one. I just never wanted to, and I don't know if I ever will. I'm not sure. I just feel like I don't need to eat a burger. I don't know. It's just it's a weird fact. Okay, and then the third part of her question was goals that you have. So I guess for me, goals are just, I mean, obviously I think I'm going to be really cheesy here and just say that whatever I do, I just want to be happy. But yeah, I mean, I definitely want to like, you know, do as best that I can furthering my career for sure. I mean, goals I guess long term would be to really kind of increase my blog and my YouTube and eventually kind of, you know, just grow it into like something bigger than it is now, grow my audience and my community and just be able to share more of what I'm creating with the world. I definitely want to, you know, buy a house and have a family someday. I mean, that's like further down the line, but that's definitely a goal that I have and something that I want to experience in my lifetime. A goal that I have, and I don't know if I'm going to be able to achieve this, is to live on my own. Like to have my own apartment and live by myself, just to get that experience. I've only ever lived, you know, since moving out of my parents' house, I've only ever lived with roommates because, you know, it's very expensive to live alone. But I'd love to be financially independent enough to have my own apartment and just make it my own and have a pink couch and just do whatever I want, because I feel like eventually one day when I live with hopefully my future husband or whatever, I don't know if I can have a pink couch, you know? I probably just can't have a pink couch. So, you know, I just want that experience of living alone, probably in New York, in like a cute, quaint little apartment, preferably in the West Village, on like a tree-lined street with a little fire escape out the window that I could just sit on so poetically drinking my tea or something. Yeah, that's what I really want. Mary Nicole 93 said, this is my friend Mary, she said, when are we taking a girls trip? Oh my gosh, girl, whenever coronavirus is over, we need a girls trip. As soon as this is over, I think that we all just kind of want to get away with our girls and do something fun and live it up. I think there's a really funny meme of, like, you know, people walking into the club or the bar as soon as this is over. That will be us. What's She Loving says, you're so pretty and your style is amazing. That is so sweet, thank you. I just, like, I don't know, it's so weird, like crazy to me that someone would take the time out of their day to say that, so thank you. From where do you shop your clothes? Oh, I love this question. Well, if money wasn't an issue, I would have my entire closet from Love Shack Fancy. I just love everything about that brand. Their style, it's very like feminine, chic, but a little undone. Just like beautiful lace embroidered, very like pink, girly, feminine. I love everything about that brand. I have only gotten the chance to wear their pieces from when I did Rent the Runway because they are so expensive, but one day when I have a ton of money, I will buy Love Shack Fancy dresses for myself. But besides that, I think I shop at like the pretty typical places. I shop a lot at Zara, H&M, ASOS. I've also been getting a little bit more into like River Island and Reese because I follow so many like London-based YouTubers and bloggers. I just like have been kind of more into their brands. What else? I love Aritzia. As far as like workout clothes, I love Outdoor Voices. Yeah, I don't know, typical, I feel like the typical girl stores. Oh, and a lot of my like old Instagram photos were pretty much all Rent the Runway clothes, so if you saw me wearing like some like $800 dresses, I did not buy those. They were rented from Rent the Runway. I had like an unlimited monthly subscription, which I then canceled because then I kind of wanted to show you guys clothes that, you know, you can actually buy if you like the outfits as opposed to just, you know, things that no one really can afford. So yeah. Samudra, I might be pronouncing that wrong. Samudra Swimwear says, do you prefer the do you prefer the pool or the beach? This is so hard. I love the beach, like I love the idea of the beach, but I think when I'm actually at the beach, just like the thing that the salt water does to my hair on me, it's not cute. It doesn't look cute. And just like the sand and like the saltwater stickiness kind of bothers me. So in that case, I would say that I'm more of a pool girl. I love just like the thought of like laying out on like an actual fold out chairs as opposed to on this like on a towel on the sand, and like I don't know, it's just cleaner. I don't know, I would say maybe the pool. But I love that question. That makes me really excited for summer. Hopefully we get to have a real normal summer. But Joseph Main says, hope you're having a great day. Thank you. I hope that you're having a great day too. And that is it. That is all the questions. So thank you to all of you guys who submitted questions. I really hope that I gave you good answers. And I hope that you're all having wonderful days. I hope that you all are staying well and safe and hanging in there. You know, I really hope that we can nip this in the bud and then it won't last too much longer. But, you know, in the meantime, definitely take care of yourself and, you know, sort of do what you can. Definitely like this video, leave a comment, and of course subscribe for more videos. Also, I have an Instagram account called The Fashion Squirrel, and I post daily outfit inspiration on there, so definitely check that out as well. And other than that, yeah, thank you guys so much, and I hope that I see you next time. Alright, bye!